guys, it's Roya. I am back for another video. As you guys can see by the title, today we're going to be talking about affording luxury, or how I afford luxury, or what I do to like budget for luxury, which I'm not necessarily going to say that I have like a budget, so to speak. I just kind of keep things separate and try to build that situation up to make my luxury purchases, if that makes any sense. But I do things lifestyle wise so that I have more money to save for luxury stuff, if that makes any sense. So we're gonna jump right in. Grab yourself something to drink. I've just got my iced coffee here. Y'all, I love this cup. Like, if you're into the noise of iced coffee, like the shimmy shimmy shaky shaky, this is a good house cup. Like, if you're a person who drinks your iced coffee in the house, I'm not really on the go with my iced coffee as much. I'm a Red Bull girl if I'm on the go. But it's that jiggle jiggle that I love. So grab yourself something to drink. We're going to jump into my tips for budgeting and affording luxury and how I save for luxury. Tip number 1. Multiple streams of income. You need multiple streams of income. I currently have like 4 streams of income. I have like my main job, I have a part-time job, and then I have hobbies that bring me revenue. I have been working since I was 15 years old, so I've always had multiple streams of income. My mom was like the type of, single parent. Listen, I make money, but I ain't got my money to be spending on you. Not for frivolous stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want a cell phone. Well, girl, you better get out there and get you a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Your feet work. So I've always like had a bill, paid a bill. So my work ethic started early, and I've just always had multiple jobs. Even when I got into like corporate America, or like my professional career, I started my professional career in banking. I would literally leave the bank and go to this place called Buca de Beppo right next door and wait tables from like 5:30 to 10 o'clock at night, so I could have cash on hand all the time. And then, my day job paid all of my bills. I've always been like that. Always. Even with 2 kids now, y'all, I work 2 jobs. Also, I highly recommend, if you are the person who feels like, because I did this, you feel like, well, dang, for me, like, I would wait tables, but after a while, it was like, with a child, waiting tables was a little strenuous for me, because I would get home and I would be depleted, like literally so tired, because you can't run around like you used to when you was young, you know what I'm saying? So I went from working a main 9 to 5 and then waiting tables at night, to working a main 9 to 5 and then working at somewhere like Macy's or Von Maur in the evenings. And I did that because it allowed me to get a 25% discount, and I would always work in the beauty department so that I could get additional discounts on fragrances and perfumes and, cosmetics and beauty stuff. I highly recommend that. If you feel like, shoot, I can't really afford the Chanel and the Dior and the this and the that, don't worry, girl. Go get you a job at part-time at one of those counters. They will definitely let you work from 6 to 9 or 6 to 10, because that's all I used to do. I used to work a couple days a week, and like, of course, on the weekends, alternated weekends, 6 to 9. I just let them know I can only work at night because I have a day job. And I would come in at 6, and I would just sit there and really twiddle my thumbs and rearrange the shelves. And, oh, this smells good. Well, I'm going to get this on my next check. Like, yes, if you're going to get another stream of income and you like beauty, make it in that area. Or if you like clothes, go to Saks. You know what I'm saying? Work in one of the upscale departments with like where they sell that Alice and Olivia. Work over there, girl. It will supply your little luxury habit. So multiple streams of income, or working an additional place that can give you a discount on the things you love, is my number 1 tip. It helped me so much because I was just able to get all my beauty stuff for free or at a heavy discount. Tip number 2, streamline your budget. So in my situation and in my household, I have no problem saying I'm the neck of the situation. Clarence is the head, but I make the head move this way, that way, and whichever way I want it to. right? So that means I run the finances. I do the budgeting. I make sure that, we're not paying too much for anything. I also make sure that we're living well below our means. So I'm not the type of person who is like, oh, we make this much, so we can have this much. It's like, no, we make this much and we need to be like doing it like this. So everything that goes out, we still have a huge surplus to put towards the kids' savings, our savings, other things that we need to budget for or for the future, things like that. Like, I just don't believe in blowing bags for no reason. That's just not my thing. So I definitely streamline our budget. Annually, or at least 2 times a year, semi-annually, I go through and I call every company that we pay any money to, and I find a way for us to get it less. So, because we get raises annually, and so my thing is, if we're getting more, then the bills need to go to less. So every year or twice a year, some of them are annually, some of them are semi-annually, but I make sure to just call them, whether it's the cell phone company, electric, gas, water. Hey, is there a way we can get on a flat rate? Or how have we been doing this year? Is there any way that we can get a fixed rate or anything like that? So, like, prime example, top of the year, we got our raises. Right before we got our raises, I called all of our like bill companies and just worked and negotiated lower rates with more features and benefits. And then, like, a month or so later, we got our raise, and now we're paying less on our bills. We're getting more money, and that's better for us. So streamlining your budget is very, very important. Staying on top of your finances is very, very important. Knowing your credit and your credit score and using your credit wisely is very important. Like I told you guys in that Nordstrom video, I did a lot of anniversary sale shopping, and as soon as I was finished, I went and gave my credit card and paid for my debit card 70% of what I bought. I am very stickler about credit and your finances and your budget. Living below your means is very, very important. Streamline your budget. It's important. Also, we like Starbucks and all these little random frivolous things that we don't need. Y'all, I have not paid for Starbucks like out of my pocket to the degree of like $5 or $6 and God knows how long. I use Fetch rewards. So as much as I go to the grocery store, I'm a mom, I'm always having to go to the grocery store. I found Fetch rewards through like an ad subscription on Instagram, and I've been using it ever since. So basically, all you have to do, to me, it's better than Ibotta, because Ibotta makes you buy certain things, and with Fetch rewards, you don't have to do that. You literally just take the receipt from whatever you purchased at the store, take a picture of it, submit it, and they're going to give you points. That simple. Every time you make it to 5,000 points, I like to take my 5,000 points, 10,000 points, whatever, and cash them out for Starbucks gift cards. They instantly transfer over to your Starbucks card, and I literally get like 5,000 points every 2 or 3 weeks. And I just let them build up on my Starbucks card. And so when I go to Starbucks, I never pay, because I've got so many built up like Fetch gift cards on there that it's always free. So that's a tip or trick. I will leave their link below if you want to use Fetch rewards. It's literally the simplest thing, y'all. And I have scanned all kinds of receipts: Red Lobster receipts, JJ's Fish and Chicken receipts, any receipt, Target receipts. They'll do emailed receipts to you, online receipts. Just scan the receipt and get your points back. I scanned one for Nespresso and got like 2,500 points, girl. You're going to shop anyway. Scan the receipt and get some points back to get you some free Starbucks every now and then. So I will leave them linked below. But that's another way that I save money. I think Starbucks is a frivolous expense. It's not something that I necessarily need. So I always get it for free. Tip number 3, know your style. When it comes to affording luxury, I think sometimes we can overspend because we are not very cognizant of what it is that we really like. Like, we see it on someone, we like it on them, and then we think it works on us. And that's not the case. So years ago, I realized that I am a classic girl. Everything that I do is classic. Y'all, I've been wearing the same hairstyle since I was in like 5th grade. It's classic. And it ain't been out since God knows how long. Like, everybody's had this style from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s, this very hairstyle. I'm a classic girl. I wear stud earrings. You very rarely are going to catch me in hoops or something crazy. I wear very delicate, simple jewelry. Handbags that I like have been out for decades. Some of them, like the Speedy B, the Alma, the Givenchy Antigona. That bag's been out for over 10 years. Like, I like classics. So because I know that, I feel like I never waste my money when I buy something in a luxury capacity, because I know me. I know my style. I'm not putting my money in nothing trendy. If it's trendy, I'm going to give you $20 for it. I'm going to see if it's something that I like, and then I may get it if it was, $1,000. But I've got to like know that I like it before I'll do that. So I'm not a person who easily gets into trends. I really, really know my style, and I stick with that. And for some people that doesn't work. I've had a lot of people, and y'all funny because y'all won't get in these YouTube comments, but you'll DM me like, oh, you so cheap. You got an entry level bag. Like, first of all, boo, run me my money if that's how you feel. You give me the money back. Okay, Craig? I digress. But what I'm saying is, like, it's not that. For me, I'm just a classics person. I don't like, I remember Gucci had this bag and it said like fake Gucci. And I was just like, and I knew so many people that liked that bag. And I was just like, that's not my style. So I just go with what I like. Know your style. Don't be easily influenced, because if you're purchasing luxury things, that is going to cause you to waste money. Period. Know your style. Stick to your style. And don't be easily influenced. Just don't be easily influenced. Tip number 4, shop Preloved. Shop Nordstrom Rack, Neiman Marcus Last Call, Saks Off 5th, things like that, because you will find that oftentimes these items are literally still in the full line store or the main store, and they're just discounted on Saks Off 5th or Nordstrom Rack because they still want to get all the money, but they have too many of that item and know that they're not going to be able to sell out of it on a full line site. So they will do that, like have it on the full line site for the full price and then turn around and put it on the secondary site for like half the price because they have too much of it. It happens all the time. So don't be afraid to shop Preloved. If you're going to shop eBay, just have your sellers that you like. That's what I do. And that's always worked great for me. And I only shop from Japan, period, because of their laws. But Preloved, Fashion File, things like that are going to be your best friend, especially in the climate of the world right now. People and these companies are raising the price just because they know that they can. In the climate of the world, people are still going to do any and everything they can to obtain these items, even though if you've been purchasing luxury, then you know they are completely overpriced and that the quality is going down and that they are mass producing so they can get mass money. You know what I'm saying? So just be smarter about your coin. Like I said, always live below your means. Another way I live below my means, you guys see, I drive a Nissan. So in the past, in my 20s, girl, I had a BMW, then I got in the Jetta. I love German engineering until it was time to do shit like an oil change, or you need your brakes done, or you need a tune-up. Because why am I putting a comma in this car? She needs more self-care than I do. Like, I'm not feeling it. So that was one of the ways that I really dramatically decreased my budget about 4 years ago, was going from a luxury vehicle to a standard regular Nissan. I can't tell y'all how that saved my life, because it went from like, oh, you're paying this crazy car note plus this crazy amount of insurance to like, oh, you're in this regular car, freaking car note's under $400, freaking insurance is under $200, full coverage. I saved so much money. And then the maintenance, y'all, $30 for the oil change is $40 now because of inflation, but $40 for an oil change. When I had my BMW, y'all, that the oil change was a minimum like $110 or something. And that was with a coupon that they would give me when I got in there. Like, what? This is ridiculous. Or when I needed to get my brakes done, too much money. And I take my car now and I take it to Nissan to get my brakes done, and it's under $100. And I freaking needed to get my brakes done on the BMW and they $300. No. Getting out of that luxury vehicle was the best thing I could have done. So that's what I mean by living below your means. We could definitely afford to have luxury cars, but we choose to not even do that. It doesn't make any sense because it's a depreciation the minute I walk off the lot. And then every few months, I've got to put money back into this object. It does not make any sense. Also for us, we came into our relationship with me having a car note and Clarence he had paid his car off. So we have kept it that way. I've always had the car note. He's always had a paid off car. It just works that way. So we're not putting, again, out so much money. Know your finances. Know how much you're spending on things. I hate to hear people say like, oh yeah, I don't care about a budget. I just go in the store and like you got kids and you just frivolously living, like you don't know what you spend. That's like absurd to me. Like I don't know, I was just raised that a woman shouldn't think like that. Like you should know your money and know your finances is very important. So I can't stress enough, again, having that multiple streams of income and just really streamlining your budget and living below your means. You can live the best luxury lifestyle and comfortably if you just live below your means. And it doesn't have to feel like you're living below your means, because there are ways to still have a luxury lifestyle and just not pay full price for everything. Like you got to do your research. So that's why Fetch Rewards is a great resource for me. My job does like incentives for things that we do company wide. I take those incentives and I spend them right on at Saks and right on at Nordstrom. Streamline your budget, y'all. Live below your means. It will help you afford luxury so much better. And my fifth and final tip is going to be have a checking and a savings for your like luxury spending. I personally, that's what I have, a checking and a savings. And it's literally for like, I want to buy a handbag. I want to buy fragrances. And I just take money every time I get streams of income and I just put a percentage over there. And so when I do walk in a store or see something online, like I've got this built up surplus of just like blow me money. It's not, y'all know what I mean? Of just like, I can do whatever I want with money. And it's not the money for bills. It's not the money that I put in the kids' savings or their 529s. It's not the money that I put in my own personal savings. It's not the money that I put in the household savings. This is literally after I've done all of that, all my beauty expenses, all of that. This is just where I dump money. And then when I want to do something for me in a luxury capacity, I have this surplus in that checking and that savings to just do whatever I want to, or do whatever I want with. So that's very important. I think that if you are, tapping into luxury, separating your finances in that way is just going to help you in the long run. It helps me all the time because I'm never looking at both sets of, funds thinking that I could do whatever. It just works easier and has helped me. So those are my 5 tips and tricks for saving or affording luxury. Again, I will leave Fetch Rewards below, y'all, because it's the easiest thing. And you can always give yourself a little treat for free. Who doesn't like free Starbucks? And it's not just Starbucks, y'all, because they have Amazon gift cards, Lowe's, Home Depot, Saks, all kinds of gift cards. I just happen to feel like, well, I don't want to pay for Starbucks, but I like to grab Starbucks while I'm out. So why not get it for free for going to the grocery store on a regular basis? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I use it for Starbucks, but feel free to use your Fetch Rewards for whatever you would like. As always, if you're an oldie but goodie, thank you so much for coming back and joining me. And if you're new, don't forget to hit the subscription button on your way out. Also, I'm about to film a Q&A, so if you guys have any questions that you want to ask me, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I will see you guys in my next video.